It's a winner. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a winner of a bag. Hello, how are you? Welcome back. Today I want to have a chat all about the Coach Riley top handle handbag. This handbag is so beautiful. It's so ladylike, it's so special, it feels really luxy, it feels really special. Just feels really, I don't know, it just feels like a real like top tier handbag, you know? It doesn't feel casual, it feels fancy and fabulous. So, are you ready? Ta-da! Isn't it lovely? I cannot get enough of this bag. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a guided tour of the handbag. So on the front, the main part of the bag is the signature Coach monogrammed canvas. It's a coated canvas, so if you do drop food, beer, sun cream, whatever you might drop on it, it's gonna have a certain ability to wipe clean. Obviously, if you get marker or biro on it, you might have a bit of an issue, but generally, you know, food spills, drink spills, you're gonna be fine, it will wipe off clean. And also the leather trim is leather, it is Napa leather, and it's treated, so it does feel soft, it does feel very tactile, but again, it's got that treatment. It's not a lambskin that's gonna just like stain and mark and be gross. And also because it's such a dark brown leather, it's not gonna damage easily, which I really love. And I don't think it's gonna scuff easily as well. It feels like a sturdy handbag. So it's got the horse and cart on. It really reminds me of like a Western style belt buckle. Coach don't usually do the horse and cart on the buckle like this. And I really love it. And I love the oversized feel of it. I love the chunkiness of it. I love the brassness of it. And I don't know, I really love that detail about it. I didn't think I would be so into the horse and cart as a class, but I am. I'm really into it. So at the top, we've got what makes it the top handle bag. We've got this big, beautiful, chunky brass top handle, and it is so nice. It's cold to touch. It feels really thick. It feels very equestrian. It feels really traditional. You can kind of imagine an ironmonger making it. Like, it feels like, I don't know, somebody sat and done it by hand. There's a real tactile nature to it. There's real like coldness and organic feel to it as well, which I really love. I just think it's such a beautiful detail. I love the fact that they did it in the metal rather than in leather. At the top of the handle, I don't know if you can see, but it does actually have Coach stamped into it, which is really nice. There's also Coach stamped onto the luggage tag, both this fastening part as well as the horse and carriage. On the back of the horse and carriage, it's a lighter tan leather to the darker leather, which is on the front. I think that's a really nice detail, which is mirrored in the strap. So you've got the lighter and the darker, which is really lovely. Also on the strap, we've got a buckle, and you've got about 6 inches. So if you are taller or shorter, you've got a nice amount of movement there to adjust to a bag. On the other side of the strap, you've got a chain section. So you've got some brass in the natural tone, but also some gunmetal. I'm guessing that's brass too, colored brass. It just adds a little extra detail. It's only on one side, but I think it's really nice. But obviously you still carry the bag on the leather part, so it's much more comfortable than a usual chain strap. And it is also got the Coach stamp in there, and also some more Coach stamps on the clippy thing. Then, so on the side, you can see that the bag is made up of 3 different sections. We'll look at that again in a minute because we'll open it up and you can see inside. And then on the back, we've got more Coach monogramming, more dark brown trim. Also, the leather is stitched with a lighter colored brown, which is really nice. So the stitching really pops. It's a really lovely feature. Again, it's got that real equestrian feel. There's a very equestrian feel to this bag in general, with the brass, with the brownness, with the stitching. It's got that very, I don't know, there's something quite country and western, very, very traditional, very Coach. On the inside, we have a beautiful dark plummy leather lining. I don't know why it took me so long to get the word lining out. And then the rest of the bag is lined with fabric, but again, it's continued with that dark plummy color. We've got a card holder on the inside, just one. We've got a zip section. We have another big open section, and then we have another section here. Now, compared to the classic Coach Riley bag, which sits quite like as a slender bag. This bag is much wider. It does still have the accordion style paneling, but it just naturally has a wider, like, I don't know, resting position? Is that how we say it? But yes, it just sits naturally wider, whereas the Coach Riley bag, classic, has a much slimline feel. And it's also much, much, much heavier than the Coach Riley bag. So if you don't like a heavy handbag, that is something to consider, because this one, it's not heavy, but it's definitely much heavier. There's just more hardware, there's more leather, there's just more, like it feels like there's a lot more going on with this bag. I think it is mostly the hardware that just really adds to the weight, but it is something to consider. So in terms of styling, this bag looks just as good at the weekend with a cute vintage dress as it does in the week with, I don't know, jeans, smart trousers, a little jacket. You can wear it everywhere, from kind of Waitrose to a dark bar. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can wear this everywhere. You could even wear it to work as long as you don't have to carry a laptop. It's got a very smart, ladylike feel, but also I think there's something about it which you could really dress down. So I think it's a really, really, really versatile bag. In terms of what you can fit inside, I have to say this bag is bigger and chunkier and bulkier than it actually feels on the inside. I think it's because it's made up of 3 different sections and it's fully lined. You can't squeeze as much in it as you might think. Like, for instance, if this bag didn't have the pockets on the inside, you might be able to get a bottle of water in there. I don't think you can with this bag. You would maybe be able to put in a small vlogging camera, but you wouldn't be able to put in anything bigger, no big lenses or anything. You can obviously fit in your makeup, your purse, your phone, your keys, portable phone charger. Like, you can squeeze some stuff in, but I have to say, for the size of it, it feels like you would be able to fit more in it than you can. I just think it's deceptively a little bit smaller on the inside than it looks on the outside. Personally, I don't mind because it does fit enough in. I mean, it's obviously not a tote bag. Like, it does fit quite a lot in. It just, I feel like you almost think it could fit more in. But I don't know, I guess all that lining, it takes up space. So that's something to consider. Whereas the Coach Riley bag looks smaller but can fit more in because it concertinas out, whereas this one is kind of concertinaed out already. You just can't fit as much in it as I think you might think you can. Maybe that's just how I feel, but I thought I'd mention it. So the bag can obviously be worn as a shoulder bag, a crossbody bag, or a top handle bag. Personally, I like the top handle as a decorative feature rather than as a top handle bag. I would never really carry it around like this. It does feel comfortable. It does feel nice to touch. It's just, I don't know, for me, it's a shoulder bag, it's a crossbody bag. I think holding it in your hand means that you can't see the top handle, and that's basically my favorite part of the bag. Also, I did read a review on the Coach website that said that they were going to return the bag because when they held it in the top handle, the bag kept flapping open, and I'm a little bit confused. I'm personally not seeing that. Like, I don't know, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't really understand. It feels pretty secure. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I wanted to mention it because it is something I saw on the website. It is something I saw in a review. I love the little Coach stamp at the top, and I personally just feel like, as cute as it is as the top handle bag, it's so much better as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag. Just my opinion, just telling you. Don't at me, or whatever people say. So price, we need to talk about the price. So the Coach Classic Riley bag is, I want to say, about £350, £400. I can't remember off the top of my head. Whereas the top handle Riley bag is a little bit more money. This one is £550. It does feel like a more luxy bag. It does feel like a more special bag. And it does feel like it takes a lot longer to make, and it feels like it includes much more hardware, and it just feels like it includes a lot more craftsmanship and work and, I don't know, metal. Like, it just includes more. So personally, I do think this is a great bag for £550. It is at the higher end of the Coach bags because you can get some top handle Riley bags which are more like £795. So it is kind of competing with the Rogue price, but personally I just think it's beautiful. It's such a luxey, gorgeous bag. I love the shape. I love the design. I love all the hardware. The hardware is like my favorite thing about this bag. I think it's gorgeous. It is a little bit more of a special bag. It doesn't feel quite so casual. While you can dress it down and make it more casual, it does have a slightly smarter feel to it. And it just feels like a more kind of luxey designer bag. And I do think £550 is a real fair price for this bag. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, it's a great bag. It's really cool. I love, like, the hardware is literally my favorite thing about this bag. I know I keep banging on about it, but I just think the hardware is an absolute dream on it. I love, it just feels so chunky. It feels so traditionally crafted, feels so luxe and wonderful, and it just really encapsulates the whole Coach heritage that they've got going. And I think it's gorgeous. And I love that about it. I love the exposed stitching. I love the clasp. I think that's gorgeous. I love the strap. I love the fact that it's the light and the dark brown. There's so many beautiful design features in this bag. But yet it's a really wearable bag where it doesn't feel like it's got too many design features. It's a winner. That's all I'm going to say. It's a winner of a bag. Anyway, that is my video. If you are a Coach fan, there is a sale going on at Coach at the moment. This bag isn't in it, so please don't get too excited, but do head over and look at the sale. I've put the link below. I've also put the link for this bag below. And if you love Coach like I do, then you should check out some of my other videos, because I've done videos about loads of other bags, including the Dreamer, the Rogue, the Parker, the Cali fold over chain clutch bag. I've done loads. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's lovely to see you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Bye.